Oh, geez. Go ahead and start it. I forgot to turn the light on.
So first, thank you everyone for being here tonight. I do want to apologize for us starting a little late. Garrett has something, that's way right. Garrett has something where when he gets his migraines, he goes into status migrainosis, which means Garrett's migraines last up to 2 to 3 weeks. So he is starting one of those. So I needed to make sure that he was situated and taken care of before we got started. So I do apologize for being late. So, but I wanted to let you know that that was the reason. Mom duties always will come first. So I'm joined here tonight with Jacob from Chaos Divers.
Told her to start it.
So tonight we're just going to be going over our upcoming trip, the cases. We're going to be working on some of the details, you know, when they went missing, the kind of vehicle, the area. So that way, you know, you guys have an idea of the families that we're going to be helping, when and where. Well, not necessarily when. Again, not because we don't want to share that with you, but we have a schedule, but we have room built into this schedule because there's a few cases that we think are going to take a little bit longer or potentially take longer. So we've built in a few days. So we have a schedule. It's not exact. You know, we'll be updating, especially because I know Jacob is, you know, gonna bring some information to you guys. So I'm not real sure what.
Get out from underneath the camera.
That's her spot. It's under the table.
Well, I know, but she keeps hitting this thing. Is it all right on?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, guys.
So we'll go over everything, all the cases and stuff. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, we'll you know, try to cover those at the end. So if you ask a question right now, we're not ignoring you. It's just that we have a lot of information to go over. So we want to make sure that we get everything out to you guys, and then we'll cover any questions that you guys have. So again, not ignoring, just trying to get this out to you, and then we'll do questions at the end if you guys have any. So
Today has definitely been chaos. So this shirt that I'm wearing today, it's definitely true. Everything that we do, everything that we attempt to do is chaos. I don't know any other way to put it. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate each and every one of your guys' support. Spent the past 3 or 4 hours working on the RV, getting the oil changed, putting a power converter in there so the people in the RV can use their hookups, hook the batteries back up the correct way, and, you know, just preventative maintenance work before we hit the road. There's a new reservoir on there. The dog's hitting the thing again, and I think we're going to fall. There's a new belt. Checked all the grease fittings. Everything is ready to go. The only thing I have left is to replace the tire, and we're going to stop over there in Benton. I don't know that tire shop's name again.
Tire Plaza.
Tire Plaza. Tire Plaza helped us out last time, and hopefully they'll help us out again.
They've helped us out a few
Several
times.
times.
So anybody in Southern Illinois, or if you guys just want to go on and leave a review for them, without asking, without anything, we went in there to purchase. I think we went into, well, the first time the tire went flat as we were heading out of the driveway, they took care of us right then and there. And I think that they probably didn't charge us what they should have.
Yeah, they gave us both on both ordeals. They gave us a nice discount, and it was amazing for them to do that. So thank you so much.
Yeah, same thing with last time. I think last time they actually gave us the tire. I think they donated the tire. So Tire Plaza in Benton, if you guys are ever in the area, definitely go see them. I've gone to them several times for just my normal stuff, and they're a really, really great group of guys. They know what we do. They support what we do. So it's just awesome to have that help, especially from local businesses. So
With that being said, the trip is going to be super long. We're going to be gone for a month and a half, approximately a month and a half, give or take. Our first case that we're going to go up, we did a lot of investigative work. We were able to get some more information on it, talking with the granddaughter and just narrowing things down. We have a huge plan and we're going to execute it.
She's in here.
She's in here.
I meant to tell you that.
All right, Jennifer. Hello. We have narrowed spots down that we're going to search. We're going to research some of the spots that have been searched. We're going to make sure that everything and anything is searched that she wants. And then with us talking, we were able to put your dog's going to knock that camera down. Put our input in on it, and we're definitely going to make it up there. I checked the GoFundMe, and currently right now it's almost at $1,000, so thank you so much. We'll get that money probably by Monday. I get paid every 20th, so anything helps. We're going to be tight schedule, or we're going to be tight on money from here till the 20th. Then the 20th on, I'm going to be decent. We should be able to make it through. But please, if you have any extra that you can spare, please do it. These family needs answers, and hopefully we can bring them to them. So thank you so much on that. With that being said, I'm going to let Lindsay talk about the first case and then all the other cases that we're going to be going on. While she's getting that ready, everything's good on the RV. We did have a little bit of a leak on the roof prior to me fixing it, so I did a little extra work on it, and we went through two huge thunderstorms and no leaks. So cross fingers that everything is sealed. Chaos, I swear. The window that got fixed actually melted the sealant on the corner, so I had water coming in whenever I was driving. I got that sealed up, so we're good. Now, she's got it ready.
So we leave on next Monday, August 14th. We will be gone for approximately 42 days. Over those 42 days, we're going to work 17 different cases. We are looking at just under 60 hours of driving. And then we are at just under 3,500 miles. Now that's just going from our house to the towns in which the person disappeared from, and then back home. That's not the in-between driving, boat ramps, ponds, that kind of thing. So the first case that we're working is in, it's near Watertown. We're going to be going on the case of Guy Pyke. Guy went missing on April 2nd of 1999. He was driving a 1989 Chevy Blazer. He, let his family know that he was going up to Watertown and never returned. What is known is that he did go to a cousin's house just outside of Watertown. He pulled in the driveway, the dogs startled him, and then from there, he backed out and went north. After that, nothing. So we do have, I think, 4 days, as of right now, 4 days planned to be there up near that area searching for Mr. Pyke. His daughter, his granddaughter, Jennifer, is in the chat. I saw her earlier. So she just wants her grandpa home. They've made peace in the sense that they understand that he's probably no longer with us. But they've been searching for answers now for 24 years. So
it's time we give them.
Yeah. After we leave the Watertown area, we are headed over to Schuyler Falls. We'll be working the case of Jerry Furnia. We are scheduled to be there for, I believe, 3 days, or 2 days, excuse me. Jerry went missing on June 21st of 2017 in a 2005 Dodge Neon. So Jerry's only been missing for 6 years. The problem with this case is there's hardly any information. I do have a couple of people who help me out with, you know, backgrounds, just digging up anything we can find. And as of right now, they're kind of in the same position that I am as far as finding information.
I'm going to stop you right there. Watertown, New York. People's asking about where in what state. I don't think you said New York.
Oh, I thought you said, oh no, that was on the other, sorry. On the post that he made today, he said we're going to New York. So, and then I confused that with New York. All of the cases will be posted in the description once the video is over as well. So Schuyler Falls, New York. Next we go to Catskill, New York, searching for Audrey Herron. Audrey went missing on August 29th of 2002 in a 1994 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Jennifer, the granddaughter of Guy Pyke, does know the family of Audrey. So she's going to, we've sent, information to Jennifer. She's going to compare it to what information is out there, if there's any additional information, and get us connected with the family of Audrey. From there, we go to Mansfield, Connecticut. We'll be working on a case of Robert Cavanagh, who went missing on December 21st of 2004. Mr. Cavanagh went missing in a 1996 Mazda B2300 pickup truck. It's a smaller pickup truck. We will be, he went missing from Mansfield, or he lived in Mansfield, Connecticut. He was only like 7 minutes away from his house in Willimantic, Connecticut. That's near the East Hartford area. So we'll be doing that. From there, we actually go back to New York. We've got a case in Long Island and then Bayshore, which Bayshore is, essentially right there on Long Island as well. Those two cases, we'll be doing Robert James Long, who went missing on December 21st of 2010, and a 2007 Chrysler PT Cruiser. And then Patricia Cabrera, who went missing on, she was reported missing on January 2nd of 2015 in a 2011 Honda Fit. Then we have a day set out for us to travel because our next stop is quite far away. We will be headed to Virginia Beach, Virginia. We will be working on the case of Nicholas Schmale, who went missing on January 15th, 2021 in a 2001 Toyota Tacoma. For Nicholas, there's not a lot of information for him either. We do kind of have a last known area, but other than that, we're still digging, kind of into the deep side of the internet to get more information for that. I feel like I talk so much.
Let me stop you for a second, guys. We'll be right back. I got to take the do not disturb on. All right. Wait, let's see if everybody can see and hear us again. Everybody good?
After that, we head to Prince George, Virginia for the case of Shawn Givens. Shawn went missing on June 9th of 2008 in a 1996 Infiniti. We know it was an Infiniti sedan. I'm not sure which model. That part we haven't found. I was able to do some digging and find, more addresses that Shawn was associated with, but not sure of the car. We do have a plate number though, so that's incredibly helpful. After that, Richmond, Virginia, we have two cases, one of Robert Sidney Long and one of Devin Atkinson. Robert went missing on September 24th of 2011, and Devin Atkinson went missing on September 19th of 2022. One in a 99 Honda Civic and one in a 2002 Chevy Tahoe. There is a case that we are looking at in Unionville, but that's still up in the air. So if we do end up working that case, we'll post it, but there is a potential for a case in Unionville, Virginia. After that, we head down to Culpeper, Virginia for Brian Breeden, who went missing on January 5th of 2006 in a 1991 Cadillac DeVille. And there is a potential case in Waynesboro, Virginia. That one's going to be the same as Unionville. We're going to kind of play it by ear, see the information that we can find out about it. Because right now, we know that there's a case there, and that's it. There's no information. There's no, point A to point B. There's nothing. So those ones we're looking deeper into. Again, I do have a couple people that help me out with case investigation. So they're definitely working hard and helping me out a ton. So thank you to them. Our next case is in Peterstown, West Virginia for Thomas Spangler. Thomas went missing on January 1st of 2013 in a 1998 Ford F-150. After that, we head back to the Pittsburgh area, Schuyler Township, for Janet Walsh. Janet, we have actually searched for, or been part of searching for Janet twice. The last time we were there was when Doug
was able to find the car, and I dove on it and found
it was when Doug found like 100 cars in the Allegheny River. The very first car that we dove on, Jacob dove on it, and we were able to bring home Todd Domino. But up near Janet's home, there's some other places that we found via the maps and stuff that we wanna look at. So we are going back to search for Janet Walsh. Janet did go missing on January 20th of 2020 in a 2018 Chevy Trax, which is like the smaller Chevy SUV. After that, we're going back for Karen Adams. Again, this is our 6th or 7th time going back for Karen.
We're going to find her this time.
There's a lot that we've covered, but now we're kind of taking out that. So some of you guys know who have followed us with the Karen Adams case. There was a cell phone ping. We're kind of throwing that out for right now, and just focusing on, we know where she was at last, we know where she lived, and we are kind of regrouping and revamping everything that we've done up to this point. Throwing out that cell phone ping, it's something that I think we all kind of got stuck on. Well, if it was here, then that's, So we are going back for Karen Adams again. This time, we're going north. We'll primarily be working out of the West Virginia side. Hopefully 22 is fixed by then. Yeah. Route 22 was closed last time at Steubenville, so we actually had to go down to either Wheeling, West Virginia, down to Wheeling, West Virginia, or...
Took an hour to get back.
Yeah, because the bridge was closed. It was being worked on, so...
They only closed it during the night. We didn't know that, so we were on the other side.
So, again, Karen went missing on March 12th of 2007 in a 2005 Suzuki Forza. For Karen, I know for me, it's personal at this time. It's, we've been able to go to Ohio and do so much good. I just want to do that for her family. And then our last case, we will be heading to Toledo, Ohio. The case of Nicholas Blazetsky.
I'm pretty sure that Ringo is going to be with us on that one.
Okay. Nicholas went missing on June 8th of 2000 in a 1983 Buick Century. There is a lot of information on Nicholas's case. However, we are tying, the fact that Nicholas had Alzheimer's. As many of you know, some of the cases we've worked, it kind of just throws any
reasoning.
Yeah, any reasoning out of the window. So, their minds are completely different. They work completely different. So, something that we want to, take into account, that information. So again, we leave on Monday. And we are supposed to be back like September 24th. I don't know if that will happen.
Hopefully it will.
Yeah.
It's a
So
long time to be gone.
yeah, 17 cases though. Again, we have kind of built in a few extra days, just because we've allotted, 4 days for our first case for Guy Pyke. But we think that we're going to end up being there for another day or two. So we have that built in. So we don't have necessarily a set schedule. We have a time frame schedule.
So anybody whose family members, if you're watching this, please note that there is no time frame on here. It's whenever we get done with the cases. We don't want to rush anything. We want to fully search and be able to, especially for Jennifer, 24 years of waiting, we're definitely going to take our time, be very, what do you call it? Meticulous. Also, Fish and Grubs. I don't think he's on here right now, but he's going to be with us for quite a bit of this trip. Fish and Grubs is going to be using his van. He's doing pretty much like van life on the weekends. He's doing a lot of fishing. He has his own channel called Fish and Grubs. And good man. We went fishing with him last time we were up in Connecticut.
When we were in Connecticut, so when we picked up the RV, we made a trip over to Connecticut. That's where my best friend lives. I do have, I think, one day in there, because we're going to be right by her, that she's going to come over and see us for a day. Or that, one evening after dinner while we're searching in East Hartford. And then Providence, Rhode Island is like 45 minutes away from where we lived when we lived in Connecticut. So we were able to shoot up to Providence and go see Todd. So he's gonna be with us. I'm super excited. I adore Todd. He's a great guy. Super passionate about what he does and wants to bring it, the world of fishing and all this amazing stuff. And he is super, super excited to see our side of things. I mean, he spends every day on the water, so he's excited to see the water from our point of view.
And this might seem a little weird, but I'm okay with my man status. He's got the most beautiful eyes you'll ever see.
He absolutely does.
like they're see-through blue.
Yeah, Todd,
they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, he has like piercing blue eyes. Like if it wouldn't, it's probably, you know what, I'm gonna do it anyway. Like I'm just gonna make Todd my screensaver, so that way I can just always look at Todd's eyes. That's weird, but Todd will let me do it, and he's okay with it.
Anyway, Todd's a great guy. He's going to be with us. People were asking about the shirts, guys. This shirt and the shirt that she's wearing, quite other shirts are on the chaosdivers.com. There's a shop now button if you want to show them how to get to that. People sometimes don't know how to get there. It says shop now. So if you go to chaosdivers.com, shop now is the first button. We're not going to have to show you that. There's all kinds of stuff on there, guys, that supports the channel also. So with the channel, if you guys can see, the shop now button is right next to my thumb, right there. That's the shop now. Click on that. You guys can see all the stuff. Guys, whatever you do, it helps. I don't know what I just did to your phone. I messed it up.
Push pause.
I clicked play.
It was already playing.
Oh. Thank you, Nay. So in that, Depths of History will be possibly coming about when we're in Virginia's. We're going to get a hold of him and see where he's at. With Depths of History going with us later on, he halves the gas with us. I'm not, he's an amazing man. He knows. Guys, right now, gas, I just seen it today, is $4 a gallon. $4 a gallon. And 3,000, how many miles?
3,481, I think.
That's just getting there.
I could be wrong on my math. Or my math. Yep. No.
Give or take 3,481 miles times $4 a gallon. Put an extra 300 miles on there just for here and there stuff. It's a beautiful thing. You guys are helping us. It's super expensive. I am going to be working tonight on getting out the video of her and Depths of History doing the recovery. Thank you guys for the almost 100,000 views on recovering James Jackson. Josh from Juke Media, Juke Productions.
I think it's just Juke Media.
He done an amazing job. Ride or Dive possibly may be with us. Eric, if we can get him a plane ticket and he can get time off because he's on like a lockdown type deal.
Yeah, they're in a vacation blackout right now. So
if we can figure out a way to get him there, we're going to. Anybody who does any type of monetary donation, may it be shirts, may it be PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Somebody's been dropping the links on there. Thank you on that. There's Amazon wish list. Anything that you guys do for that, and the GoFundMe is in the description, and everything else is in the description. You guys will be put in for another raffle. We're going to get all that out. This is going to be a beautiful thing. There's another thing. Since things are going to be tight, you guys know the locations. They'll all be in the link in the description. I'm going to throw it on Facebook. If you guys have anybody who has campground sites, friends that have campground sites, anywhere where we can be comfortable and safe on these trips, please reach out. Even if it's just a plug-in on the outside of the house and I can pull up beside, we're going to open it up. Like, this trip is going to be tight. I want you guys to know that we've been on 3 trips in the past. We've been gone more than we have been home, so it's expensive. Corey Johnson.
He just said one of the raffle items will be an RC car.
One of the raffles will be an RC car. Wow. Thank you. Corey Johnson, you guys helped him out a little bit ago. Things are still on outs with that. He's trying to get everything going. Hopefully he can get his motor fixed because something happened to it again. Just bear with him. He should be back up and running. If you guys have any places that we can stay, amazing. There is 262 people here. I don't generally do this, but Jennifer's on here. This stuff that you do for us is solely for the families. So can you, Jennifer's going to take me to barbecue. Take us to barbecue. I am so ready for that. I just want you guys to put some hearts in there for Jennifer, and in hopes that we can bring back Guy Pyke, her grandpa. Show her the love. It's solely because of you guys. We're just a messenger in this world right now, and we are trying to do our best. I'm sorry? Oh, look, all of them. Oh, they put some hearts in there. Awesome. See, Jennifer, this is what we do. We've got the support of all these people, and we care for you, and we are going to do our best to find your grandfather, and also to everyone else on this list, we're going to do the same. Look at all those hearts. It's crazy, isn't it?
So again, we leave Monday for New York. We are our first case. We're actually covering a lot of ground.
A lot of water.
We're driving a lot of ground.
Oh, sorry.
We are covering everything from Syracuse up to the Canadian border. There is, we've got places, Syracuse, we've got places in Watertown, we've got places up by the St. Lawrence River, places all along Lake Ontario that we're going to be covering. So the first case that we're doing with Guy Pyke, we have a lot, which is also why, I have those extra days built into our schedule, because we do think that it's going to take, potentially take, another day or two. Also, if we do find something and they want us to be a part of removing it, if we just find a vehicle or something like that, we don't want to, because that takes a day, regardless of how quick, we get it hooked up or that kind of thing. It takes a day to remove a vehicle. So we don't want to remove a vehicle unrelated to Jennifer's case and take that day away from her searching. So we've built in additional days for things like that while during this schedule. And that goes for most of the cases. So a lot of these cases are, we've got typically, 2 to 4 days for most of these cases, but everything is kind of negotiable. So,
and I sure hope, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I sure hope that one of these people's names that we have found, or that we have put on this list, somebody goes out and finds them before we do. I sure hope. I sure hope I can mark off half of these people on here. I want you guys to go out and try to find them and, do your best. And if you got sonars out there, get out there. Like, these families need answers. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, because we don't have specific dates of when we're going to be here, but, Jacob put out that, if you guys have an idea or a safe place for us to stay or something like that, what we'll probably end up doing is once we're kind of ending at one location, we'll say, okay, we're headed to this area now. So that way, because I don't want to put out that we,
It's for safety, but.
Well, I don't want to put out and say, we're going to be, at this place on this date, but then we end up extending in our last case and put somebody out. So we just want to make sure that, that we don't say, hey, we're going to be here on September 1st, and then we really aren't there until September 3rd, and somebody just, used up time or whatever. So we don't want to do that.
Come here. Come here. No.
I'm not sure what Jacob's doing.
I'm chasing the dog around.
I think he's losing.
He's playing the game with me.
He's losing to a puppy.
Yeah. As you guys know, here's Maverick. He is going to be with us throughout our trip. He's going to be our guard dog.
Yeah, he's super ferocious. He barely even barks.
When he barks pretty loud.
So do you.
Yeah, I know. We just wanted to show you Maverick. If you guys don't know Maverick, he is our pet for the road. Some people call him emotional support dog. We just call him our pet. So.
Yeah. Again, people have asked if he's gonna be a cadaver dog or anything like that. Again, there's just the training for that is so extensive, and we don't have the time to put into that right now. So if we can't do it all the way, then I don't want to do it at all. So that's kind of why. Maybe later on.
Maybe.
But we've also met some amazing cadaver dogs, water cadaver dogs, teams that we know would come and help us. So if there's teams out there who already have that training and that experience, I'd rather leave it up to the experts.
Well, I appreciate it. Somebody said if we're ever in Tennessee, David Pryor, I appreciate it. We're not obviously going to Tennessee this time, but it's nice to know that we have a place to stay. I do know that the guy down when we got our vehicle broken into in Georgia, he let us stay.
Eric.
Krasinski?
His name's Eric.
Eric. I know I was trying to think of his last name. But, you know, when time comes, you guys help out, and it's amazing. I have a huge support system. We have a huge support system, so thank you. Other than that, guys, that's pretty well the gist of things. You guys see the list.
So on September 9th, while we're on the road, I have that date blocked out for us. We're not searching or anything that day. We were actually contacted to be part of a law enforcement symposium for Revamp. Revamp are victim advocates. They're doing a huge symposium, law enforcement conference down in Arkansas. We aren't going to obviously be able to be there in person, so we are going to do it via like teleconference. They have the governor of the state, the mayor of that town, as well as I think almost every law enforcement agency. Revamp works primarily on cold cases, a volunteer group. There are going to be members of law enforcement from all walks of life, from all different agencies, FBI, BCI, state, city, counties, coming from all over. And they have asked us to be a part of their presentation as far as what we do, how we do it, the resources that we can offer to different law enforcement and governing agencies, everything that we can provide, let them know that we are a resource for them as far as if they needed something, they can call us. Also, if they wanted the education, that's something that we get asked a lot is why isn't law enforcement finding these people? Equipment, funding, manpower, the training for it. It's not that they're not trying. It's just, we do this every day. There's no way that I could, I can't go be a street cop. I have no idea what they do. Just like I don't expect them to understand what we do on the water. That's...
There was several questions that I see that's popping up, but yeah, it's just like we do this every day, and this is what we know how to do. I've done it for going on 3 years. Lindsay's going on 2, or past 2, right?
2.5 now, I think.
Yeah, I don't even have to be on the water for her to find a car. She can do it on her own, and that's a blessing to be able to trust her to say, hey, go out there. At that time I had the kidney stone. She drove the boat back, which was amazing. But things like that is pretty awesome. Somebody asked about Maine. There was a guy, I think Alan, that's a singer, but if there's another guy named Alan Jackson, he's missing out of Maine.
Alex.
Oh, Alex Jackson. Please reach out to us on that case. I'm not for sure that we're going to be able to make it in this one unless we figure out some other spots that we can squeeze in. I don't know. But I do know that if we don't find...
Thanks, Nikki.
That we don't find Guy Pyke, we are going to be back. I promise you, I don't care if it's 15 times being back. We will be back. There was another thing about Jacob. Are you at home for your family? Because I'm on the road 200 days out of the year. As soon as I get home, I'm able to get my children and spend some time with them. I'm going to pick my son up tomorrow and spend 2 days with him, and then we're heading out. So I try to do my best, and same way with Lindsay. It's we've got Garrett down there that currently he's sick right now, and hopefully he gets feeling better. It's hard to be away. So but it's a sacrifice that the kids know what I do. The kid, Garrett, knows what she does. And it's just a sacrifice that we do to help these families. So whatever we got to do, we do it.
You guys are too nice. Way too nice. Way too kind. You give me way too much credit. Way too much credit.
With all of this stuff, I'm going to tell you all these cases that she comes up with. I was literally, I don't even remember what I was doing. I think I was playing a video game. Well, I wasn't playing the whole time, but from daylight till dark, she worked on these cases to fit everything in, and she does an amazing job to figure out where we're going, how we're doing it, and why we're doing it. So
I didn't even realize what time it was.
Yeah.
I went to bed and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed now, and I thought it was like 1, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like I picked my phone up and looked, and it was like 5:08, and I'm like, in the morning? I thought my phone was broke. I was like, there's something wrong.
People who have become members, that also goes towards everything. It is a monthly donation, and it does help tremendously. Even $1 on PayPal helps. I have 208,000 subscribers, almost 209. We could help a lot of people if somebody would just donate $1, each one of them.
But we also understand that it's not an option for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So please understand that if you ever cannot donate, please do not feel bad. Just the fact that we have people who watch the videos and support what we do that's everything. We appreciate you guys just as much as the people who can donate, and we truly mean that. There are a few followers who know Jacob and I really well, and I would think that they would attest to that. Just watching the videos, sharing the donation links, that means just as much to us, and it means just as much to the families, because they know that we're coming to help, and they know that we're coming to help with the backing of over 200,000 people.
We got 100,000 on Facebook. Can't forget Facebook.
Yeah, but so. They know that we come with an army, so that that's a great feeling for the families. It's not just John and Jane out here just looking with they know that we come with an army of love behind us.
Mickey, it's amazing just what you're doing right now and watching. I have a couple people who donate monthly without doing the memberships, and every time I thank them 15 times. They know the money's going towards everything. I'll tell you right now, if anybody wants to see what I make, I'm more than willing to show it. I'm telling you, everything goes back into this. I'm sorry, I'm sitting there clicking that pen.
Yeah, Jacob's not allowed to have things in his hand when we're live streaming or making videos. Hence the e-propulsion video where Jacob was just willy-nilly with a knife and Eric had to take it away from him. I don't think Eric is in here. I haven't seen him unless he popped in earlier when we were talking. But he is going to try to join us, but again, they're in a blackout. He may be coming home early depending on if Garrett decides to kick this migraine or not.
Doug Gall, thank you so much for that, man. That's
Stop fidgeting, Jacob.
My hands are down here. I'm done.
I'm actually the fidgeter.
She messes with her hair a lot.
I do. So something you guys don't know is I am actually incredibly nervous. I hate public speaking. I want to throw up, pass out, and my knees give in. Anytime I'm public speaking, anytime I'm on camera, because I get a lot of people who are like, "Quit touching your hair." It's not purposeful. It's a nervous tick. I honest to God can't help it.
I see Helen Daly's in here. I see a lot of
There's
people.
Jennifer there.
Thank you all for subscribing and donating. we're coming, Jennifer. We have enough right now to make it and be comfortable and you know, the continued support from these folks. We're gonna make it happen. And
so somebody
I'm
asked,
happy.
if everything goes back into what we're doing, how do we support our families? So when Jacob gets paid, he's able to, you know, pay his bills, and then everything else goes back into it. So obviously, there are basic necessities that that we have as far as, you know, taking care of the home front first. So he does that. But I would say probably a quarter of what you make is probably what pays the bills. You know, if the kids need anything, that kind of thing. And then everything else goes back into this. All of the donations, all of that GoFundMe money, none of that pays anything personal. All of that goes into that RV, goes into that boat, goes into equipment, food, fuel. That's
as of right
how we
now,
do it.
everything is paid. So anything that, you know, I've got it all set up. It's all paid. Everything's good. And I put my own until I get to that big point. I drive a 95 or a 98 Jeep Cherokee that's not even mine.
He also drives a Chevy 2500 that's not his.
I don't own a vehicle anymore.
You own 2 RVs and a boat.
Oh yeah. Well, the other RV's broke down, but yes, my truck is my RV and my boat. So it works. Everything's working out well. I just appreciate everybody's support and just know everything that we do goes back in.
Again,
we forgot to open it up for questions, but I think
Well-
we're answering them.
yeah. So I'll give you guys a quick rundown again of the cases. They will be on Facebook.
Yeah, I want to put it on there. Let me rephrase something. The way we get paid is Facebook and YouTube pays us to be advertisement platforms. We are content creators. So the money that I make on YouTube and Facebook, that pays our bills.
And most of that goes back in, though. That's
well,
what
no,
I
that's
said.
a quarter to a half
Oops, sorry, Papa.
goes back into what we do. So when I come back, I'm broke.
So quick rundown of the cases again. The Watertown area of New York, Schuyler Falls, which is Jerry Furnia, Audrey Herron in Catskill, Robert Cavanagh in Mansfield, Connecticut, Robert James Long. Sorry, I don't have the list in front of me.
I was gonna say you're remembering these.
Robert James Long in Long Island, Patricia Cabrera in Bayshore, Nicholas Schmale in Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach, Virginia, and then Prince George. See how good you are. Yeah, you.
Hang on.
got half of 'em.
Hang on. I believe I don't remember the Prince
Look at your
George
notes.
name. I don't remember. I was doing good. Shawn Givens is Prince George. In Richmond, we have 2, Devin Atkinson and Robert Sidney Long. We have 2 Robert Longs. There's Robert James and Robert Sidney, or Robert James and Robert Sidney. And then we also have a lot of dates that are the same. So I'm trying to keep all of this straight right now. There is a potential case in Unionville. I'm not sure if we're going to take that. Brian Breeden in Culpeper, Manassas area. There is a potential case in Waynesboro. And then in Peterstown, West Virginia, it is Thomas Spangler.
Are you trying to remember without looking at it?
Yep. And I'm doing really good. I only forgot one so far. And then we have Janet Walsh in Schuyler Township, which is near Pittsburgh area. Karen Adams, Karen, even though we primarily work out of Jefferson County, Ohio, Karen is actually from Independence Township in West Virginia. And then we have Nicholas Blazetsky in Toledo, Ohio. I just got them all except for one. I just remembered all those. And I can also tell you the 2 cases that we may or may not be working. Unionville is the Redmonds, and Waynesboro, Georgia, Waynesboro,
We ain't going to Georgia.
Virginia. Hang on, I gotta find her name because that's what I don't remember. Melissa. I did pretty good.
You did. Let's go back to the chat so I can see the chat. I know I don't have to explain to you guys. I just want you guys to know that I don't know what just happened, but something just popped up there, and I can't see it. It's all hearts. It's all like a mess. Ellen Sequoia, thank you. All right, so I would say open it up for questions, but we've been answering these questions, so.
We can answer a few more for you guys. Jacob is going to keep it short, sweet, and to the point when he answers these questions.
I'm going to answer their question to the fullest.
Well, he tends to go on tangents and then he misses questions.
You know, a lot of people reach out to us and say, "Oh, we want to buy you dinner. We want to bring you lunch." Go ahead. I'm to that point now. Like, I'm to the point where this last trip, if it wasn't for Britain and if it wasn't for you guys, we would have suffered a lot. And I was to the point where I would have been fine with a ham sandwich.
How's Maverick doing? Maverick's
fine.
He's good. He's growing. He goes to the vet tomorrow for boosters. He is learning basic commands except for come here.
Yeah, he does. I have to chase him.
He thinks it's a game.
He really does. He'll be wagging his tail, and I'll go get him, and then he'll run around the chair.
Is the current different in the Three Rivers? So,
What Three Rivers? Are you talking about Pittsburgh?
probably, but like, so the current is different in, like, okay, so just the Ohio River, right? So up where we work, primarily like out of Jefferson County, Ohio, there's hardly any current unless they open the dam. I actually love diving up there. It's beautiful. You can see forever. It's great. The current down here in the Ohio River in Evansville will wipe you out. So the current anywhere just depends.
That's good to know, Marcy. I did talk with Jennifer about staying at Walmart, so that she's trying to find a spot. But yeah, definitely we'll probably do that. Let us know whenever you need food, drinks, help. Thanks, Helen. It's awesome. Thank you. I cannot.
Who are we looking for in Watertown? Guy Pyke. His granddaughter Jennifer Wood. That's his granddaughter. She's in here.
Yep. Just feed me. I'm happy. Just feed me.
He really is. You have no idea. Well, Angie, you do kind of know him, so yeah, you do understand. Do you ever have to have your own security to deal with looky-loos or to deal with law enforcement issues?
We're our own security.
I protect myself because this one is, yeah. We have in the past, like when we go to Jefferson County, if we're going to be out on the water for a long time or all day long, like they'll make sure that the patrol car comes down and, checks our vehicle throughout the day. We've had other places where law enforcement has come out with us to make sure that we have everything we need. They'll park their vehicle with our vehicle so that way all of our, not many, but I am going to say there are probably stupid people out there who will rob a vehicle next to a cop car. It happens all the time. But for the most part, people aren't going to mess with it if they know that we're with law enforcement. So there are some places we go where we call them up. When we go to Mississippi for Ryan Taylor, I can call any one of the detectives on here.
They are on point.
One of the detectives, we nicknamed him Maverick. Nah. Like I just call them and I'm like, hey, I'm coming back. And they're like, cool, what do you need? Where are you going to be at? We'll be there. We'll be on the boat with you. So it just depends the area. If
And don't mess with a guy in a trench coat. That's all I'm gonna say. he's a BA.
There are times where we have law enforcement with us, or law enforcement checks on us.
Jacob thinks he's a hot dog. Really, Ringo?
Jacob, do you need more tea?
I mean,
I think between you and Garrett and Keegan, you guys drink it so
we
fast.
murdered that before you left.
Rick, I'm so glad that you were able to finally get your YouTube. So Rick,
Hey,
he's the one. Yeah, Rick. He's donated a lot of items and stuff to us. He even gave my son a welder because he knows how much Garrett loves to weld. He's the one who got you that shirt that says "on the surface," or no?
Yeah, I've got it in
Deep down, I'm a great guy, but on the surface is when there's problems. So
plus he gave us a air compressor.
yeah. So we are actually at home right now. So down in Southern Illinois, this weekend is going to be, spent just, last weekend with family, that kind of thing. But we are,
Nikki wants to see your shirt.
oh, so this is one of the ones that is on, and then that's Jacob's. Most of the shirts do come in a multitude of colors. I think.
And
most
sizes.
of them. And sizes, yeah.
It goes all the way up to like 5X.
Yeah.
And we have Maverick shirts too.
Britton going on this trip with you?
Maybe.
Britton is going to be joining us in the Virginias. I talked to him the other day. He said yes.
Yes, we did get the coffee.
Yes.
Coffee cup.
Why aren't the searches filmed? We actually film every search. It's just a matter of, so when we are home.
This guy doesn't edit.
When we are home, it is time to
I got a cramp, sorry.
catch up with family. We spent the whole weekend with, Eric was able to come with us. Terry was able to join us. And Garrett and Keegan. We spent the weekend up in Bath, Illinois at a fundraising event. So we do record everything. It's just a matter of getting it out.
I have 8 terabytes full of information from...
We've been doing this for 2.5 years. We used to not travel as much, and now that we're traveling, it's so hard to... What?
I'm just waiting.
I can't tell a family no, and I can't tell my own family no. And Jacob's the same way. And if that means we stop in the middle of editing a video, then that's what we do. So... My next one's going to be the mermaid shirt.
She hasn't seen it. Maverick.
Hi, Moto. Moto Monster, who is kind of like our go-to.
He's our phone mechanic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh crap, something's wrong, call Moto. Moto will answer the phone just about any time, day or night, to help us out. He is actually hooking up with Britton this weekend to go possibly do some dives. Will you be doing any live streams? I am sure we probably will. Thank you, Lanny. So we probably will do live streams on our channel. Todd, Fishing with Grubs, will probably have some on his channel.
Why did you run away from me?
And then when Britton's with us, he'll probably have one. So that way, when we do a live stream, we'll probably, that's why my aloe plant is dead.
Ow. It's behind the curtain.
You
hurt.
keep kicking it.
Here's Maverick.
Does Josh Cantu still edit? He does. He actually just edited.
James Jackson.
He did our last video of James Jackson. We would love to have Josh, but he's so busy and we're so busy trying to get him footage, and he's editing his own videos and several other videos. But he did edit our last video He did a fantastic job. I, as always, incredibly impressed with Josh's editing skills. He wasn't even there, and I really feel like he portrayed all of the emotions during that search. So, Moto said he's so he really is. I swear he's the laziest puppy I have ever met in my life. Like, this is just him. Like, he's totally content to chill until 7 o'clock in the morning. And at 7 o'clock in the morning, it's time to get up. Sun's up, Maverick's up, which means I'm up. Not always happy about that. But he's cute, and I can't be mad at him. I'm just glad that we finally have somebody in the RV that's cute other than me.
Yeah, so Josh is working with United Search Corp, which is, shout out to Doug. He's doing an amazing job working with Sunshine State and working, his cases that he's working on. He's, branched out and going to be doing it himself. If you guys haven't checked out United Search Corps, check them out.
It's just core.
Corps. That's what I meant.
I think you said corpse.
I did.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Just core.
Spelled that way, though.
Maverick is a Labradoodle. Maverick's dad is a poodle. Maverick's mom is a Labradoodle. So he's mostly poodle. He's incredibly
soft.
He's very soft. He's very smart. I think Maverick needs a puppy nanny when he's in New York. I don't know if
be
I
on
could,
the boat with us.
Yeah, I don't know if I could go without him for more than just a couple hours.
When we were beating on the boat, whenever we were in the sponsors,
Yeah.
the fundraiser, he didn't know what to think. Eric had to hold him. He was scared.
He's not fond of
New things.
of loud noises. I've noticed that. They don't necessarily he doesn't like cower and fear. He's just
He doesn't sit there.
he sits there. He gets very, but again, everything's new to him. I mean, he's 12.
12 weeks.
Yeah, like he's just barely over 3 months old. Does Maverick like the water? We actually haven't thrown him in yet.
I'm going to throw him in.
He does have a life vest, but the fact that he's a poodle and a lab, I can't imagine that he doesn't like the water. I'm hoping that he does. It's just been one of those things we haven't had the chance.
Just take over my position.
Okay.
Just sit there.
We're cuter anyway. We just haven't had the chance to like put him in the water, let him go play in the water, without. We just haven't had that time because like usually it's like, okay, let's get in the water, and then.
We do have a life vest for Maverick.
But then it's right back in the RV, so I kind of want to give him time to see if he likes the water.
He loves his ears being messed with.
So does he stay with you, Lindsay? So some nights he stays in here with me, and then some nights he stays in the RV with Jacob. Because we want him to be used to the RV, because that's going to be primarily where he is. So we want him to get used to that area. And then some nights he does stay with me.
Nope.
He's 12 weeks and he's that big. Yeah. So when we got him
He's
at 10 weeks, he was just shy of 20 pounds, like 19.2. He goes back to the vet tomorrow, so
We got to give him
we'll
a bath.
see.
Give him a bath before we leave. Does not like baths.
What about Carson? Carson would edit as well. He's got a lot going on. Carson edited Britton's video,
Depths of Histories.
Depths of History, and Josh edited ours. So again, without either of them being there, I think they both conveyed, the emotions that were there that day, incredibly well. I have since spoke to Kiana and Yvette.
You're getting down.
They both thought the videos were incredibly respectful. That was a hard one. Kiana was a daddy's girl, and I'm a daddy's girl, so making that connection with her. So as unfortunate as the There's Eric.
Hi, Eric. Yes, the other dogs like him. They get mad at him when he goes into their bowl. So.
Is Maverick a poodle or a doodle? He's a Labradoodle. As unfortunate as the circumstances are when we meet these families, I am incredibly grateful for each and every one of them. Whether we find their loved one or not, you make a connection with them, you build a bond with them, every single one. So again, the circumstances are always unfortunate, but I'm still incredibly thankful for them. So,
guys, we're going to take a few more questions. It's going almost on an hour. Actually, it's a little bit over an hour. It's 65.
What time did we start? Oh, we started at 7:30. Thought we started at 7. I'm like, we've been on here for 2 hours?
No, time goes fast when when we're answering questions and talking. Just know that when these families are seeing this, they know that we're coming with an army. It's not just both of us, and it's not just all three of us when Eric's with us. We're coming with a huge army.
I have seen a couple different people ask on here, like, how do we get the most money when you guys make donations? So if you donate
PayPal.
through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, that is more of a direct link right to us. The reason that we do the GoFundMe is so that way we can put out a physical goal. You guys can see it. It kind of helps us keep that money general, in a general area. But
as of right now, we have just almost $1,000 through the GoFundMe. I think we had one donation through PayPal, which was $150, and that's been pretty much it. I mean, I think there may have been a $10 or $15 donation, but yeah. So we also do the check through mail, PO box, snail mail. People's been throwing that up. So thank you so much for my moderators. They do an amazing job.
Any plans to search for Kenny? I do want to go back. There's another area of the river that we want to search. It's just a matter of getting down, getting over there.
I'm a doodle.
Jacob's a whole lot of things. Where will Maverick sleep in the RV? Maverick has a little blanket area up front that he can sleep in, but usually he sleeps at the end of the bed.
At the end of the bed on the floor.
On the floor.
Dogs do not belong in the bed. You sleep on the couch, they sleep next to you. They don't sleep on the couch.
Jacob and I don't always see eye to eye on things. We'll just leave that at that. Does Maverick have a harness and a leash? Yes. So he has a collar, and then he also has just a smaller puppy because he did not like walking on a leash until Eric did whatever magic Eric does. And then he has a leash that lights up. Funny story. I took Maverick out one night and I was like, Jacob's like, did he go to the bathroom? And I was like, I don't know. I didn't wait around. I didn't have my phone on me for a flashlight and I didn't want to step in it. And Jacob said, Lindsay, I bought that leash because it has a flashlight on it. This is real. This is real. Are there other searchers, I'm assuming? We do have another team coming or joining us later on. Britain, Depths of History, is going to be joining us, if that's what you mean. And then Todd's coming with us.
Microchipped, he is going to be.
Moto said, that's why you sleep on the couch, because dogs can sleep in the bed. I love you, Moto. We almost named Maverick Scuba Shark. Jacob vetoed that. See, everybody's saying she should be able to sleep in the bed.
No, because when Eric and Lindsay aren't there, that's my bed. So I sleep in my bed, and the dog does not sleep with me. And we're not going to get that started because I'm not going to hear him whine the whole time. So I sleep on the couch when Eric and Lindsay, and Lindsay's there. When we're on our trips, he'll sleep. I've got him a nice comfortable, that's where he sleeps.
Eric's not. Eric said no. I don't know what he's saying no to.
No, absolutely not.
So, Klaus and Paprika both sleep in the bed with Garrett sometimes. They used to both sleep upstairs, and then we got a new mattress and everything, so they don't anymore. But, so, yeah.
Everybody says.
Jacob's mad that the dog gets treated better.
Right.
That's Esteban.
All right, so with all that being said, we're going to take a few more questions and we're going to get out of here.
Do you have a cat? So I have 3 dogs, a cat.
I'll be his puppy nanny, Jennifer said.
And
He'll be with us.
3 hermit crabs that are right next to us. But we do have 1 cat. And surprisingly, they all do well together.
LF is not.
Eric has a special nickname for Maverick.
Just put adult words LF. Yeah, he's not. Exactly. Thank you. See? If that dog starts whining.
Usually, so like if he stays in here, again, like he sleeps out in the RV just because I want him to be used to that. We want him to be used to being out there because that's where he's going to be a majority of the time. There are times where he sleeps inside with me. I actually sleep on the couch a lot because my bedroom's on the 2nd floor. It gets warm up there. So I'll sleep on the couch. And when I sleep on the nights that I sleep on the couch and stuff, like he'll stay in here with me. He has been upstairs a couple times. Usually when the girls are here.
You get special treatment.
My niece Lily, Jacob's daughter Lexi, and then my little cousin Airson. The girls all get along really well together, so they'll all come over. So I can't tell them. I can't tell the girls no.
Whatever. All right. So, any more questions? We're going to end this. We've been on here for almost an hour and a half. Guys, again, I know I talk about money all the time. There's a purpose behind that. It has to happen to be able to do what we're doing. Until I am way up there in the status and 1 million subscribers, I can't afford to be on the road as long as we are. So with your guys' support, I appreciate it. There's GoFundMe, there's Cash App, Venmo, and all that stuff. Any donations goes towards a raffle, and it'll be amazing. So
Somebody wants to know how you put up with the heat. He doesn't.
I don't.
He really doesn't.
Only 18 likes. There's 274 people in here. Really? How can you guys only have 18 likes in here? That's got to be wrong.
Well,
I see
that says
370.
65.
I see 371 likes. Better refresh.
That says 372, yeah.
New family, Chaos Divers. Oh, thank you, Jennifer.
So,
Oh, and congratulations getting your kid in school again. I seen that post.
again, everything will be posted. The cases that we're going to be working, we'll have all of those listed in the description here. And then Jacob will also probably post them. And then we'll probably also potentially put them on a community post.
Yeah, we'll have them on a community post, and then prior or us going up to Watertown, New York, when we're finished, if we find Guy Pyke, or when we finish up there through the allotted times that we allowed, we'll let you guys know where we're going to next. We'll give you an area, and if you have a place that we could, mostly we're going to look at probably like a lot of the times we stayed at those like RV resort things. Those are a little expensive though. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll have lives throughout the trip. Potentially.
Oh, it's fine, Patricia.
potentially, like, as we go from state to state, like, okay, hey, we're done with New York. We'll probably make posts, you know, with cases. But then we'll probably also have, like, okay, we're done with New York. We're headed over to, you know, Virginia now. Now, obviously, we go from New York, Connecticut, New York. That's just the way that it worked out.
Somebody was asking about what's my Facebook page. It's Chaos Divers.
Yeah, same thing.
So just check it out. Yeah, definitely check it out. The more people that are liking that page, the better, you know, and all that stuff. And Maverick does have a Instagram.
Yes, Maverick does have an Instagram. I haven't posted in a couple days. We've been busy the last couple days, so.
We usually do a daily picture.
Yep. Do you know the order of the New York location? So the order that we post the cases in, the order that that's the order that we're going in. So however they're posted, that's
Thank you, Leslie.
That's our case order. So again, there are 2 cases that are currently on our list that just depends on what we find.
Moundsville pulled a Ford F-150. Where was that at? Moundsville.
We just did that a few weeks ago in Moundsville, West Virginia. You pulled. Yeah, without you.
Without me.
I see how easy it is for you to forget me. Oh, Lindsay did it, so it's not important.
We're going to have that video out in a couple days.
I was really proud of myself.
She did good.
And I'm not.
She spoke up and wanted to do it, so.
I'm not usually, I'm not a good, like, genuine bragger of myself. I really not.
Well, you have every right to brag about that. All right, guys. I'm actually getting hungry, so.
Dinner sounds good.
Keep diving. It's not where to stop. Love each and every one of you. Thanks again for your support. This trip is going to be amazing. We're going to help so many families out. And if you guys see these people, you guys know these people that we are searching for, reach out to them. Tell them to reach out to us. We're not going to give them a date that we're going to be there because of just making sure that we search everything diligently. So just keep that in mind. But if you have any information on these cases, anywhere we could stay, any food that you guys can give us, like, that sounds bad.
That sounds terrible. I'm super excited. Okay, so real quick question. Somebody asked if I got my dry suit cert yet. No. I'll be doing that when I get back. It's just been too hot to do a dry suit certification. But I did get my dry suit. It's actually hanging up in the office. I got it. It smells like a brand new fresh dry suit. So I am really excited, but I will not be using it. I'm not even taking it with me.
If we do have to do a dry suit,
Jacob.
I'll be the one because she's not certified yet.
And then
Kathleen, that will be in the description. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, not necessarily a schedule because it's more of a time frame than an actual schedule. But we will have everything up there. And so I forgot what I was going to ask. Oh, so I used to live in that area, right? So I lived in Saratoga Springs, New York. I lived in Connecticut. I lived in Groton, Connecticut. I'm super excited to be coming back up to the Northeast. We lived up there for a total of like 7 years. I may be wrong, but we were stationed up in that area. So I'm excited to go back. I love upstate New York. I think it's one of the prettiest places I've ever seen besides the UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I'm super excited. I'm super excited for the food.
5 years.
5 years? We only lived in the Northeast for 5 years. I think Eric doesn't know what he's talking about.
If you guys haven't checked out Ride or Dive, check him out. He does support and dive with us a lot. He was with us with James Jackson. He does have a couple videos out on the carp video. We're going to get another video out. He's got a short on it. So check him out. He does a lot of riding. 5.5. All right.
I feel like I caused way more trouble than what 5.5 years allows for. So I really think I thought we lived there for like 7. I could be wrong. But yeah, so I'm super excited to head back to the Northeast. I love the food up in the Northeast. So
Do you know what I'm super excited for?
What?
Macaroni and cheese and hamburgers.
What was lunch, bro?
It's still sitting on the table, and I'll eat it too. Love each and every one of you. Keep diving. It's not where to stop. Appreciate you. And yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go there with an army of people, and we're gonna get it done.
Sorry, Eric, I didn't mean to age you 15 years, but Grandpa over here got me confused. So, thank you, everyone. We'll get everything posted as as quick as we can. But thank you for everybody who supports us, watches videos, shares videos, everything like that. So, thank you. Love you. Bye.
I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. I can't reach it.